Welcome to the Morning Buzz. I'm Kara Jordan.
I'm Cadence McDowell.
I'm Wyatt Hathaway.
I'm Landon Arsenal.
It's
Here we got some things to talk about today.
Yep. So we have some games today. We got a basketball game.
Big
There's
Mount
a
Ararat game.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Massive.
Probably gonna lose. I don't know.
Ugh.
Gonna be a close one.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we can pull ahead early, stay up.
What's the game?
I mean,
plan?
they got some
Hopefully
weapons.
win the game.
Yeah, they do.
What's the game plan going into this?
They got one pretty good player that plays for Renegades. His name's JD. If we can kind of control him, because he's a lot of what they do. Hopefully we'll be fine.
So you recently scored 1,000 points.
Yep.
You know, we talked about this. They talked about it a little bit yesterday, but it really wasn't from your point of view. You know, what's it like? You know, scoring 1,000 points your junior year.
I don't know. It felt cool just to know that not a lot of people do it as a junior, but I've been working hard for it since I was in like 7th, 8th grade when I was playing up with the high schoolers during summer. So it was cool, but I just want to win, really. So
So we got you guys playoffs coming up. You got
Yeah.
what, 2 more regular season games?
yeah.
So how do you think you guys are looking in that?
Looks like we'll get the 5th seed probably if a lot of games like go how everyone's expecting them to go. We'll play Greeley first round. They're a really good team. They got Logan Bagshaw, who's probably one of the best players in the state. But hopefully if we play them, we can kind of we're going to just try and focus on him and not let him beat us and try to make the other players beat us. So
Anything you want to add?
That's the Belichick theory, right? You take away what they do best and try to do that. So hopefully tonight against Mount Ararat, we can do a good job controlling J.D. Dion. He's a pretty good player for them, pretty explosive. Hopefully we don't give up a dunk. Hopefully Z learned it over there in the back of the room, gets a dunk of his own right tonight. But if we can kind of hold him down and take away some of their three-point shooters, we should be in good shape.
How do you feel about going into the playoffs?
Good. You know, we've won 4 in a row, so it seems like we're kind of peaking at the right time. I'd still like to see us be a little bit healthier. We've got a few guys banged up who are playing with some injuries. We've got a few guys who have been out sick the last couple of days of practice. So we'll keep going there, but hopefully we can finish the season on a strong note these last 3 games, and then we get about a week to about 8 days to get ready for the tournament games. So feeling pretty good.
Girls, so we're always in the student section. You know?
Oh.
Yeah, we
We're
are.
always in the student section. What's it like, supporting, Levitt boys?
It's a lot of fun.
It is. It's a good time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chirping, but that's what gets us through. Gets us all hyped up, and I know the boys like it. Keeps them going too, because I know they say stuff the whole time on the court, but I think it's just nice for them to hear us say stuff too.
Yeah, you guys.
Never negative though.
No. And and it's always just nice to you can like see you're getting in the other kids' heads, and it's nice to see.
Why? What do you think when you hear the student section cheering you on?
it
the
gives you a
guys
little
on?
bit more energy when you know there's your classmates and people from your school just there to support you and watch you guys play. So we definitely, at home, we have a lot more energy than we do on the road, but it's definitely nice to have a big student section behind us.
Kara Jordan, you're not always in the student section. You're
No.
on the unified team
Yeah.
this year, correct? Why don't you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that experience? That's pretty cool.
So we have our first game today because we haven't had a regular season game yet, but we had a tournament the other weekend. We did okay. We won 1 game out of 3. I mean, we did get dunked on by a kid.
You got dunked on.
Yes.
How did your brother take that? He's also on the unified
Well,
team,
he wasn't
right?
there.
No, he wasn't there, so
So
Probably a
why
good
you got
thing.
dunked on. He would
he
have
was
blocked
like
him.
6'7". He was really
Really?
tall. I was like, is this even okay? Like, why is he
Was
dunking
it on
us?
you?
No, it wasn't on someone. He just dunked, and
Oh.
we were like,
Really?
that's good.
Did you score any baskets?
No,
No.
It's okay.
we usually let the kids score on
Right,
the athletes.
Just to preview next week, I believe right now we plan on Buzz Media to carry both unified games on Tuesday and Thursday. We're home both days. Also plan to also carry the JV and varsity games for both the girls on Tuesday. They're playing Falmouth. And then for the boys on Thursday against Morse. Going to be senior night, both of those nights as well for the varsity games. So you should get a full slate of production starting at about 3:30. Unified, then JV, then varsity on both days, Tuesday and Thursday. Should be pretty cool.
What's the next topic?
Groundhog Day.
Oh, yep.
That's coming up.
Groundhog Day. Same day as the Super Bowl, actually.
Is
Great
it really?
movie.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Right?
crazy.
Have you guys seen Groundhog Day? Bill Murray?
No, I've never
No.
seen the movie.
Come on.
I've heard of it.
Sorry.
Well, you
Mer.
might have to watch it.
I'll watch it.
What's the predictions going on? Oh.
I think spring early.
I think spring. We've had a really light winter this year.
Yeah, it's going to be 40s next week, too.
I really hope we don't get like that second storm though, like where it's really good at the beginning and then we hit like February and March and stuff, and then we get huge snowstorms.
What do you think?
I think I hate snow days.
Oh, yeah.
So I would rather have days off in the summer than in the winter. So hopefully this Groundhog Day thing works out such that we get spring here pretty quickly. But I'm always I'm not very optimistic when it comes to the weather around these parts. It seems like the last few winters have been pretty bad. So I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully we can get to summer as quick as we can. And teaching seniors in physics, it makes them mad when we don't have a lot of snow days because they don't have to make them up. So I like it when they get a little mad.
Why? What you think?
I don't even really know what this whole Groundhog Day thing's about.
Do you know what Groundhog Day is?
I just
If
want
the
spring
groundhog
early.
sees his shadow, what does that mean?
That's,
Do we know?
that's
That's
I
what
know
I'm
it's-
saying.
don't know either.
I know
That's
it's
what
one
I'm
or the
saying. I just
other,
want
I
but
think
I
it
don't
means-
know which
I think it
one.
means-
isn't
Spring,
it if
spring.
he sees his shadow, then it's like another 2 weeks.
It's
of
6
winter?
weeks.
Oh, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
If he sees it, it's another 6 weeks. If he doesn't, then in spring.
Let's get the crack staff over here working on it. Can you guys look up Groundhog Day and give us
A definition.
None of us know.
We've got
Yeah.
some guys on the side over here who do our research here
Yeah.
at Buzz Media, the Buzz Media research team.
Yeah.
They really don't get enough credit over there.
They don't even
really
get
don't.
paid.
Yeah, I know. We don't even get
I
paid,
think this is the
Kara.
first time
That
we're
is
using
nice
it,
camo
so.
bomber hat that Blaine Clark has
Oh, yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I'm really liking
Yeah.
it.
We may be able to get
Yeah, we're gonna get this in the.
Blaine.
Yeah, we got to get this in.
Blame the
Get our
cut.
research team over here. You know, we spare no expenses at Buzz Media. So here's the research.
None of them
staff
are
here.
looking
We've got all
The
boys up
flaps
Blaine
are
Clark. They're looking up
Oh
the
my
things
God.
that we need to know that we don't know.
Okay.
Blaine, what do we got?
If he sees his shadow, he will retreat to his den, and winter will keep going for 6 more weeks.
Oh, if he sees
Ew.
it.
Oh.
So if he
What
sees
That's
it.
spring.
What if he doesn't see his shadow?
If he doesn't see his shadow, spring will arrive early. Doesn't say how
So
early.
we don't want him to see the shadow.
No.
No.
So
Yeah.
we want a
Yeah.
dark day.
Yes.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. While we're on that, Super Bowl predictions.
I don't know.
I
I-
today
I-
learned who's
yeah.
going to the Super Bowl, so I don't think I have good education to,
I've
to
only
say.
seen Jackson Mahomes TikToks, so that's it.
It's Patrick.
Yeah, it's
Mahomes, not
Patrick.
Jack.
No, Jackson.
No, it's his
little
brother.
brother.
He makes
Oh,
TikToks.
He's kind of
TikToks.
weird.
I've also seen the TikToks. I don't know who his brother is, but I know he plays on one of the two teams.
Well,
Charlie D'Amelio is there.
I really think 49ers have such like a great legacy. They've always had really good players. Jerry Rice, all these amazing players. So they've kind of died down throughout the years, which every organization really does at some point. But I think gonna have to go with the Chiefs. They got Patrick Mahomes, so many weapons that they can use. Kind of reminds us of 11 football team.
11 Hornets. He's saying that Wyatt is like a Patty Mahomes.
I think so. I think so.
Okay, now we're comparing the high
Okay,
school
if
team.
we don't even know about him,
Cole,
so.
Cole Warren's like a Travis
that
Kelsey.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You get Wyatt with a perm.
Oh God, never do that. Never do
Wyatt with a
that.
perm.
No.
Mullet.
Danny's like a Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, add the 1 to the 5, and there you go.
Does that also mean I'm Andy Reid?
It has to.
I might have to gain. I'm
assuming
a little
that's the
heavy, but
coach.
I might have to gain even
I
more
don't
weight
know.
to be Andy Reid.
You got the glasses and everything, too.
That's true. We also we joke when we get to a certain point in the season, the play sheet can't fit on one page anymore. It has to go to 2 pages, so you get like the big laminated sheet, and Coach Thies calls that the Andy Reid play sheet because
Oh,
if you watch Andy Reid on Sunday in the Super Bowl, his play sheet, like covers his whole body when he holds it up. It's crazy. So. I'd like to see Andy Reid get one. He's been around a while. He certainly, at Philadelphia, they got pretty close a few times, never quite made it. Lost to the Pats one year.
Oof.
But yeah, so I think I'm going Chiefs as well. What about you? Why?
Chiefs.
Chiefs?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to talk about something. Did you
Okay.
guys see Tom Brady's post on Instagram?
Oh,
I
yeah.
did not.
What are we thinking about
It's a-
that?
Did you see it?
Wait.
I did not.
Can
What
I
we
pull
got?
it up?
So,
Yeah, pull
Oh,
it
yeah,
up.
pull it
Yeah.
up.
So basically, it was a post of him either walking. I can't remember if it was walking out of the stadium or walking into the stadium, but it was kind of faded out. And
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of what it would be.
It's like, and there's no caption on it. Like,
It's
nothing.
walking into the stadium.
Yeah. So
Well, I can't find
basically,
it.
the whole
so.
controversial thing is he retiring?
Yeah. Because
He's
people
not
are like,
gonna
what does this
Oh
mean?
yeah.
You know?
I would think if he's walking into the stadium,
It's
it
him
probably
walking into the
means-
stadium.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's walking in there. I think that means he's
Yeah.
coming home. Coming
He's
back to
coming back?
the Pats.
Unless he's looking back on it.
I wish he was walking in with Gronk. That
Yeah.
would make
Yeah.
me feel
Yeah,
better.
that'd be so
Yeah.
much better. We need him.
We do. That lost to the Titans. Ugh.
Ugh.
Did that one hurt a little bit, Landon?
Yeah.
It
I
did.
can't.
It hurt a lot.
That would
Hurt
be
a
like
lot.
If we took a loss to like Morse, or like something
Oh,
like that.
that'd be
That'd be a
embarrassing.
really rough one. Nothing against Morse, but
Well,
It's just a different
We kinda-
strengths
yeah.
of the
different-
teams.
I don't even know the score of that game. What was the score?
The Patriots game or the game against Morse?
Game against Morse.
It was
Oh.
like
It was-
56, like
58-14.
Yeah,
Like,
58.
like a lot to a little. The
Yeah.
JVs won in the, what, halftime?
Halftime.
Yeah, at halftime.
But you gotta give it to the Titans. They took out the Ravens too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, possibly.
They're pretty good.
I think you got Mike Vrabel there as one of the hot, up and coming coaches in the NFL, former Patriot. Knows the Belichick way, and Derrick Henry is one bad hombre at running back. So he's free agent. Be nice to get him out of the AFC and get him over the NFC for all the Pats fans out there.
Speaking of the Belichick way, who do you look up to? Really?
Oh, in football,
Oh.
obviously Belichick's a guy. The way that he game plans and just how hard he works. That's something that you like to see. I probably, in my roots as an offensive play caller, you probably see a lot of Urban Meyer in there from his Florida days. When Tebow was down there, a lot of stuff that we do kind of comes from that. I would say this year, in terms of our off-season research and some things that we tried to implement this fall, I would say Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma. We borrowed quite a bit from him. I think it changes a lot in college. The game is changing so much, and that's affecting the way the NFL game is played. You're seeing more of the spread offense, college-type principles in the NFL because of all these younger quarterbacks and all these college coaches who are kind of moving into these coordinator positions in the NFL. So that's kind of cool to see, but you kind of I don't think it's any one guy necessarily. I think you borrow a little bit from different guys here and there, stuff you see that you can fit your personnel and what you do. And I've also found there's a lot of high school coaches who or small college coaches who are on Twitter. We kind of have a group of guys that post different things, and that's a kind of a cool way to trade ideas, and you see some things that other high school coaches are doing too. So,
Who do you look up to?
Russell Wilson. Small quarterback, runs a lot, throws, so.
Russ.
I know. Always as a linebacker, I've always looked up to Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Lay the hit stick on everyone.
LT.
Yeah.
Unstoppable in Tecmo Bowl
Oh yeah.
on the old Nintendo defense. He sacks every time.
Yeah. You look up his highlights and it's wow, just jaw dropping.
Yeah, I think of all the defensive players I've ever seen, he's probably the best one in my mind.
But him and Sean Taylor just.
Yeah, Sean Taylor. I saw the other day they posted around the Pro Bowl the clip where they Russ Borman from the Bills, they faked a punt. He was the punter. And in the Pro Bowl now, it's almost like a 7-on-7 game or a two-hand touch game. They kind of wrap him up and blow the whistle early or whatever. And Sean Taylor just laid out the punter on the fake punt. It was awesome. What else we got on the list there, girls? What are we looking at?
we're gonna make up some topics here.
Yeah, we're gonna
All
make
right.
up some.
Well, we're going off the cuff now.
Kind of ran out.
We got Winter Carnival coming up.
Oh,
Oh
we're-
yeah, that is on
Forgot
our
to
list.
add
And
that
it's on the list. Oh, Emmy boy. How's it going?
And do some predictions on the theme.
Oh
Predictions
yeah.
on the theme. All right. I am privy a little bit to what's going on, but I will not reveal it.
Really?
I
Come
will not.
on.
Well, I know kind of some of the choices, which I think you guys do too, right? You know some of the choices?
Yep.
Yeah?
You
Yeah.
do?
What do you know?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
I'm not really,
not-
I'm not really wrapped
not
up with
sure.
that stuff. But I know some people do.
So, last year at Winter Carnival, the boys they had a game, so they couldn't really do a lot of stuff.
Right.
How's it looking for this year? They're going to be able to participate a little
We're
bit
going
more?
to play the day after Winter Carnival, so there will be none of the varsity guys playing in the 3-on-3.
Ah.
Our team would win.
Although Sawyer and
I'm gonna
Brett
have
are
to
playing
take-
No,
pretty
the,
hard.
I'm gonna have
the
to take
juniors
that.
would win.
Play.
The
Huh?
juniors
Okay,
would
but
win.
you
If-
guys can't
if me and Josiah
participate.
got to
If
play,
you and Josiah got to play.
if me and Josiah got to play, no one's stopping us.
But who would you grab with you, Tommy?
Tommy.
Oh my goodness.
You still got
Still
it.
got it.
I should go in for the sophomore.
Me and Josiah,
But
are the only
No, you
juniors on the
shouldn't.
team, right?
Girls, what do you guys think on the topics over there? What are the possibilities that you've heard?
I don't know. They're kind of
I-
like weird every year though. Like
I haven't heard anything honestly. I just saw that the t-shirts orders were coming out, but
yeah,
What was the theme last year?
isn't it like rock?
It was-
no, it was
Oh,
music
it's like-
genres,
Yeah,
right?
music
Just
genres.
music
Yeah.
It was
genres.
like it's
Yeah.
like Battle of the Bands or something like that.
Yeah,
Battle
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
Battles. I didn't really like it.
All
No,
I'm
I
saying-
wasn't a fan either.
It was hard.
It was a very hard one to do. I think also
What were the air bands we had last year? Seniors had Prince and Michael Jackson.
No.
Yep. Yeah.
No, that was.
Oh, that was juniors.
That was
No.
juniors
right?
last
Keegan and
year.
Marky. Keegan
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
I think they had
Marky was
80s
Prince.
versus like
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, they did.
It was like
We had old school versus new school pop.
Old school versus
Yeah.
new school pop. Who was in yours last year? The sophomores.
I don't pay
I
attention.
thought we
to
had
that.
old school versus new school.
You guys
It's-
don't remember much.
All I'm saying is bad.
I
was
would-
no,
probably
you
the
guys
best
had like
event.
Taylor Swift versus
Yes.
like
Like
Kanye or
Britney
something.
Spears.
You
bro.
had Taylor versus the world. All of
Guess
her.
we had Taylor
We
versus
had
the
old
world.
school versus
Oh.
new school as freshmen
Why do you
last
think
year.
he's in our class now?
I
He
guess,
does.
bro.
All I know is I was a pretty good Adam Levine. I think my performance for
Yeah,
Winter
we were
Carnival
going
was
up there.
better than Adam Levine's in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. I kind of went off. If you go back on Buzz Media,
Oh.
it's up there. You guys can all
Oh,
watch
no.
Well,
it.
some of it's not up there because
No.
there's a little bit of a copyright.
I'm gonna-
issue.
I'm gonna give a
Okay, it
breaking
might not
news
be up
right
there,
here.
but
Breaking news right here.
Breaking news right here. We have a new lead this year. It's going. The new lead is changing from whoever it was to Isaiah Bam.
Isaiah
Yeah.
wasn't aware of this clearly.
He wasn't aware, but
Beamer's gonna star in the.
I just announced it, so it's
Alright.
happening.
Nice.
All right, good deal.
I mean, we had Hunter out there last year. As
We
a
did.
girl,
We also
so-
had
we had
Brogan
two
up there as a
guys-
girl.
two
He
guys
did
out
the
as
splits. If that video's up, that'd be a good one to watch. Is
Not
Brogan
sure
in his
how that
splits.
works.
I also dropped
What?
Ian McMahon
Let
on
me
his
let me
head.
ask you guys. Favorite relay event.
Probably
Okay.
the wheelbarrow because it's so funny.
Which one? The
Yeah.
wheelbarrow for you?
Yeah, so I don't remember who it was last year, but someone dropped
Oh,
someone's
that would
feet
be me.
and it was face into the ground.
She
That would
dropped
be me and
Aiden.
Aiden.
Cadence, how about you?
I don't know. Our girls for our class particularly suck at this event, but I think tug of war is cool to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
we got absolutely
Absolutely.
dragged
Our
across
girls are
the
nasty
ground
at
last
tug of
year. I
war.
mean,
bad.
like girls were physically being dragged on the ground because we could not hold up.
I'm pretty sure we
but-
won every round in under 5
Tug of
seconds.
war, the sophomores last
Yeah.
year. Who's
Easy.
The girls,
girls?
not
Who's
the
on
girls.
the tug of war team?
Not the boy.
Emmy Boy,
We got.
Ginny Twitchell,
Oh yeah, Jenny scares me.
Eliza
Yeah.
Bellegarde, Bailey Lane.
Yeah, I don't see us losing that event in the future.
So you got are you
Probably
guys
not.
just calling it out right now? That
Me and Olivia in the front, Eliza and Bailey Lane in the back.
I'm
but,
calling.
but are you calling a victory right now? Like
I'm calling
guaranteed
I
victory
could,
right
I
now.
So
could
you
give
have it
them the
live on
victory
Buzz
right
Media.
now.
that Emmy Bowie has guaranteed victory.
I'm also
in tug of
guaranteed-
war.
I'm
for
I
two
will
guaranteeing
girls.
the
say,
victory,
I
too.
don't think
I'm
our class
guaranteeing
is
the
going to come in
victory.
dead last this year. I think we could possibly beat the freshman
Could.
girls.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
Possibly.
We could possibly beat the freshmen.
I'm not
for
participating.
the boys tug of war, I don't see anyone beating the seniors.
No.
So who are the seniors going to roll out there in their tug of war?
First of all, Stony, you're not going to move him with 12
you
people.
got Stoney and
Parmenter,
Spugs, right?
Spugs.
If you put Stony and Spugs at the back of that thing, it's going to take a forklift to move
They
it.
could-
So
Right.
True.
They could just sit down. And you
I
weren't
mean-
moving.
Who else? They're probably going to roll Riley out there,
Riley,
right?
Yeah, right.
Camden,
Cam.
Brent,
Brent,
he's also another.
right?
I
Yeah.
just. wouldn't
He's
wanna
bigger
go
than
against
Stony and
them.
Spugs, I think. That's another hot take I like.
I like the tug of war too because it gets the whole gym hype.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody gets screaming and yelling. Even some that you'll see some teachers get out there and like yell at the teams to get it going. So we used to have a faculty team years ago. There's been some rumors that perhaps we might get the band back together. So
You guys will throw out a back or
Let's
a
go.
hip or something.
Yeah, no
I
injuries,
don't know.
please.
We've got
So
Will
much-
Parkin in the building now on our side.
Yeah,
we feel
that's
like
true.
True.
he could be a good help and might be able to propel us to a victory.
Yeah.
Like wing versus wing, kind of.
No, we're gonna take on whoever wins.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
all
yeah, no.
right.
Yeah, like if the
Oh.
junior girls win, then me, Parkin, Ventura, Davis, we'll go out there. We'll
You can't do it. You cannot do it.
I can see the junior girls dragging them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I still
I
think
don't
we're
think they
winning.
would let you go against the senior boys. Probably,
Yeah.
yes. That's what I'm thinking. What are some other highlights of Winter Carnival for you guys? What else do you enjoy? Landon, what do you got?
Badminton is probably
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the,
Oh,
Volleyball.
gotta love badminton. We're playing
Yeah.
in gym right
yeah,
now.
playing in gym right now.
I'm kind of
Who's
filthy
the
at
best
it.
badminton player in the school?
Me.
Oh, I mean, actually, no. There's this one kid. I don't know his name.
I don't know his name either, but last year I watched him and I didn't understand what was going on.
He shows
So
up
he
to
should be
this
my
place
partner.
with his own racket, customized.
Oh, yeah.
Learned it
Everything.
customized.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He said that I was talking about. He's like, yeah, my parents have like a court out back and stuff where I always
It's
play."
ridiculous.
I'm like, wow.
I want to be
So-
friends with this kid. I want
So
to go play
the
badminton.
real question is, can that kid beat Miss Ward?
Oh,
No.
gosh.
No.
No, no
like, Miss
way.
Ward's the best player in the
God,
school,
no.
right? No,
Oh, yeah.
like
She
you
hit me
can't.
in the face last class.
That's awesome.
That's badminton to the face.
I think Miss
Junior
Ward's-
boys volleyball team, we're looking good this year.
Looking good for volleyball.
I mean, we're gonna put Josiah up front. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to
He's gonna be
contend with
spiking
his
it.
vertical. I think he's just gonna spike it on everyone. Honestly,
All right.
I think I can match my vertical a little bit with his.
No.
You know.
I heard rumors of ping pong.
Oh,
We have ping pong coming.
I have not heard that, but that doesn't mean it's
That
not
would be
happening.
fun.
I'm not completely
I
in
mean,
the
I
loop.
suck at ping
on
pong,
everything.
but
Tommy Casey, very good ping pong player.
Tommy Casey, huh?
I could see that being a good event. Popular.
Coach Williamson, I've heard, is quite a ping pong player.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah.
he kind of
Senor.
proclaimed it the other day on Buzz Media that he was
I
bragging
know.
himself
No.
up like he beats everybody on the ski team. Like they can't. They got
think I
nothing
wanna
for
play
him.
against
I feel like there
Senor.
definitely needs to be a ping pong event now, just so we
Yeah.
can see that. I want to see him play Davis.
There was I don't know if you remember this, Wyatt, but we were at an AAU tournament last
Oh, in
spring.
that-
In the
Okay, I'm at an AAU tournament.
Millworks, is
Yeah.
it that place?
And it's like this big like
It's out by
dome
Foxborough, right?
facility. And my AAU teams were just like kind of walking around the back, and all of a sudden we find this hallway with like a bunch of doors. So we were gonna go look like we were trying to find the bathroom, and we're looking in all the doors, and then all of a sudden we just see this little like Filipino kid sitting in a room with his dad, and like
Dude.
like he's hitting the thing like 30 miles an hour, like backhands, front hand.
Wow.
I watched more ping pong that day than I did basketball.
I was
it was so
scared,
good.
like-
Wow.
There was a room that had just a whole
I
bunch
have
of
a video
kids
of it.
playing against these adults like they were training them. And it was like the ping pong you would see in the Olympics.
Wow.
Like it was
Maybe
it
they were
wasn't like
training
us
for the
playing in the
Olympics.
garage.
Maybe they were going to like a
You know?
tournament or something.
Yeah,
That's
no, like
true.
you
He did have a
they're
shirt
standing
on.
like
There was
20
like
feet from
said
the
his
table,
last
like,
name and
hammering
had
it
like
back and forth.
oh yeah.
Jeez.
It was
Maybe there's another tournament going on that weekend.
How do you even
no, I
like?
think they were like in training for like a ping pong like team or something.
how
Yeah.
do you even
Maybe.
play ping pong?
Crazy.
Like,
You hit the. There's. How?
Crazy. What else you got on that list over there, Kara J?
Finding this video.
about
Ah.
what about next week games? Let's talk about those.
Next week's games?
Yeah.
Well,
Who
we
are the
kinda-
girls playing?
The
Tuesday?
girls are playing Falmouth on Tuesday,
So you guys are
Oh.
playing Falmouth.
and we'll be on the road at Falmouth. That's a pretty big matchup. They're the 3 seed
Yeah.
right now. We're the 5 seed. So
Didn't they?
Have we
beat
played
you?
them once before this
yeah,
season
they
already?
beat us here. Pretty good game. Mike Simons, probably one of the top players in Maine. Certainly one of the best guards around. So he'll be tough to stop. Yeah, they're pretty good. Coach Halligan, the coach there, just recently inducted into the Maine Basketball Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So props to Coach Halligan. He's also, between soccer and basketball combined, has won 1,000 games.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive. You got to be around. He's coached
crazy.
both sports for over 30 years.
Falmouth won states for Class A this year for soccer,
Yes,
right?
they did.
They were
They beat
filthy this
Lewiston.
year. They beat
Yep.
Lewiston.
Yep.
That was kind of a shocker.
So
Yeah.
Coach
Everyone
Halligan,
around
he's quite a guy. He's an interesting guy. I got a chance to meet him last year. We scouted a game together. We were both there watching Greeley play Oxford Hills, and I got to sit with him and scout a little bit, pick his brain on some stuff. And he's a super smart guy. You know, we have one of the best coaches. That's a guy. If you get a win against him, you feel pretty good about it. So yeah, and then Thursday is Morse. So the boys will be at home for that one. Our senior night, Cole and Keegan be out there the last time on the court here at Levitt. So that should be pretty cool for them. Hopefully we can finish the season with a big win and then get rolling into the tourney.
So Keegan's your nephew, right? Correct.
Yeah.
And Cole, you've known Cole since
Yeah, since
ever.
he was probably 7.
Yeah, so he's probably like a nephew or something
Yeah.
to you too.
Yeah.
What's it like, seeing these boys just grow up,
Yeah, it's in particular this group of juniors and seniors right now. You guys have because of Wyatt and Sawyer. I've known all you guys since you were 6, 7 years old, playing football, basketball, baseball, whatever. Coach you guys in a lot of sports, so it means a little bit more probably than it has with some past teams, just because there's a stronger relationship there a little bit, and it certainly makes it tougher when. You guys are going to move along and finish up here. It's tough to see you guys go. So I'll miss those guys a lot. Cole, I think of my 100 and whatever wins I've got so far, 101, 102, whatever it is. I think he's been out there for like 36 or 37 of them, 38 maybe. He started every game. In basketball for 4 years and almost every football game too. I think he didn't. There was a couple early on he didn't start, but so that's a kid I coached quite a bit.
Broke his collarbone.
Yeah, and when he broke his collarbone against Yarmouth, yeah, that was as a sophomore.
So there's a thing called the Bill Belichick way, but in turn there's the Mike Hathaway way. You start us out as I've known you since forever, really.
Yeah.
Coached me in baseball.
Turner Royals.
Yeah, Turner Royals. Never could win a championship, but
No, we're pretty close though.
Yeah. But how do you think that just makes us as players, help be the way we are?
Yeah, I think you get a situation where it's such a part of what you do and what the community's about that it's a special thing to be able to put on that uniform. And we put a lot of time in. So, I think when you put a lot of time into something, you expect to do pretty well. And it's nice to coach some guys with some high expectations that are willing to put that work in. And, certainly that's not going to change next year. Hopefully we're right back in the state championship and can be the first Levitt team ever to go back-to-back. We got anything else, girls? You got to have something else over there.
Well,
I can round up something in my head. Hold on.
Yeah.
all right.
Some brainstorming.
She's brainstorming over here real quick.
A live brainstorm.
It's gonna be hard. It's quiet.
Oh, goodness.
What are you guys' thoughts on the Kobe tragedy?
I think it
This
was
is so
sad. I'm not big into professional sports,
Yep.
but I did know who Kobe Bryant was. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone did.
Right?
But just seeing all the stuff about it, it's just so sad.
His wife posted something yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
saw
it
that. It
was.
was obviously got to be tough on
Yeah.
her and the daughters that are left and all the families of all the people who were involved in that tragedy. That's a tough thing. We've certainly not. We've had our share of tragedies around here.
Yeah.
The last few years. Those are. It's always tough, and you always feel for the families, and but at the same time, it'll. There's a lot to be learned from it sometimes. You kind of get some perspective in your life, and I think sometimes as a community, it makes you a little bit stronger and tougher, and you pull together a little bit more. So hopefully. Some of those NBA guys are doing that. Certainly seems that way. A lot of tributes to Kobe. Are they making some changes to the All-Star game, right?
Yeah, I know Mikey Williams. He's like a freshman, isn't he?
Yeah,
He got a
freshman,
whole tattoo. He got the 8 and the 24, and then a saying legends
Right.
may die but will never be forgotten, something like that. So that's kind of crazy. And then he went out and he dropped 24 in a game. The game after. So
Saw Embiid had 24 the other night. He had a Kobe fadeaway for the 24th.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a kid. He changed his number from 21 to 24 before the game.
Yeah.
And then he went out and scored 81 points.
I saw
80.
that.
Wow,
Kobe
81?
In a high school
Kobe
basketball
scored
game.
81 in a game. That's the second highest total in an NBA game. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Holy. That's a lot.
Crazy.
Well, all right. Are we ready to sign this thing off?
Yeah.
All
All
gonna
right,
sign
you
us
guys
off,
good over
Karen?
there? No other hot
I'd
takes
say.
from the female side of the table over there?
No, not really.
Not really.
Nothing
We're,
else?
we're
Well-
doing good.
Doing good? New semester rolling along.
Yep. I've been coloring a lot.
She has been.
coloring
She
a lot.
has been coloring a lot.
Is that as a stress relief?
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
I've seen. I don't know about other grades, but every girl in the sophomore class is carrying around a coloring book and
Really?
markers or pencils. All of them. If you look into a sophomore classroom, there's at least one girl coloring.
Really? Do you find it soothing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, tough weeks, so it's okay.
Tough
Yeah.
times,
It
it's
helps.
okay.
It helps.
We're getting
Right.
through it.
Yeah.
All right. If that's what it takes, then.
Yeah.
All right. We'll sign this thing off, Landon.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Landon,
All right,
come
well,
on.
thank you for joining us at Muzz Media, and have a good one.
Have a great day, guys.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Tough week.
That's how you get your stress relief.
He's gonna 35 minutes. You better